Good day, everybody. Today, I am planning to talk about Java loops. But before that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Mehmet Maden, and I'm a mechanical engineer. Also, I have a master degree, and I have a few games in Google Play. It was a short introduction because we have a very short time. And yes, firstly, I want to explain what loops are. Before the technical stuff, the logic is more important. If you can understand when to use, which one to use, or where to use, you will be able to use them. Technical part can be learned from Google or in other source, but the logic comes from the experience. So instead of the technical part, mostly I will try to focus on, logical part. In which situations can we use loops? First, of course, let me explain what it is. It is some kind of repeating code block. If you want to do something again and again, you need to use loops. At first, I know that you will think, oh, it's not very useful, but it is very essential for coding, and every coder knows that without using loops, you cannot do anything. And in which kind of situations can we use them? Answer of this question is a long list, but first thing comes to my mind is passwords. When a user enters a password, you need to check if it is acceptable. For that, whenever user enters a password, you need to check it again and again. You are checking same things. It means you need a loop here. For example, you will check if there is a capital letter in it, if there is a symbol, there should be a lowercase in it, or there should be a number, anything. Again, you need to check out of different steps according to password unit, of course. So other than that, if you want to check, a list, for example, you are creating a web server for commercial usage, and you have a product list in that website, and you are trying to find something in the product list. User will enter in a word, for example, I want to buy something, Apple, for example, Apple or Mac computer. You need to check if you have that information, that product in your list. You need to use loop. The loop will start the first product, and again, it will check all the elements of the list. I'm not sure if I can explain it from my hand, but I think you got the idea. If you want to check something again and again, you can use loop. And each time you will check another product of the list. If you want to generate a pattern, you can also use the loop, because again, it will execute the same code block. Or also, if you want to perform a calculation, like how can I say, if you want to calculate a calculation multiple times, for example, let's say you are creating a rocket. Yes, rocket like Elon Musk, and you are planning to create a balance system. Every time, again, you need to check similar things. Of course, data values may come from different receptors. When they come, you have to calculate same thing. And if it is at the low side a little, you need to power up the left side engines to fix the balance. And at the same time, you are executing same code again and again, as you can see. I know I'm repeating again a lot of times, but it's how loops work. So, okay. And one more thing. If you want to try something a few times, for example, user may need to enter, may have right to enter password 3 times. It means you need to execute the same code block 3 times. It's also a loop. Other than that, if you want to create a game and you will have an inventory system, there will be a lot of products there, not products, items, let's say. There will be a lot of items in your inventory, and you have completed a quest. And that should be checked. It should be checked. If the required items in your inventory, they will be taken and quest will be completed. Each elements of the inventory will be tested. Is it that one? No, it is that one. No, it is that one. Yes, it is. Take it. And quest completed. So it is another important topic of the loops. I think I could be able to explain the logic. One more thing, if you are trying to search for something, you can also loops too. And each step, you may change something according to code block you have created. For example, you are trying to hack. Yes, I should not say that. You are trying to hack some system, and again, you will try different passwords. You can do it by using a loop, because I will execute same code block, but each time, according to the rule algorithm, you will change password a little, increase the values or blah blah, and you can try to enter a password to a system. Yes, it's a critical lesson, but I'm just trying to explain where to use these loops. Of course, there are a lot of different purposes of using loops. But I'm not going to touch all of them. When you want to do something, you have to use the loops. But shortly, we have less than 30 minutes. I will try to write a code. Oh, yes, those are the a few ways to use loops. And I have talked about the test conditions. But don't worry about them for now. Let's try to solve a question. It is very easy. We are going to create a system that checks the password. We will use loops. And we will try to test it, try it 3 times. I will write a code block, and it will be executed 3 times. So we need this password string, user password. User will create this password. It can be anything. We will also change it in the process. But for now, let's say this is the user's password. Oh. I will create a loop. There are a lot of different kinds of the loops, but I will use the simplest one for I loop. When you create it, I will be the number. Whenever I say I in the code block here between those curly brackets, it will be taken from the loop. At first loop, I will be 1. This is the comment symbol. In the second loop, I will be 2. Shortly, there should be a limit, and I will enter 3 here. User may need to enter, user may try to enter a password 3 times. Then we will give an error message. So, what should I check when I'm creating a password? There should be a few rules, of course. A second, please. Okay, there should be a few rules. For example, password should contain a lowercase. Password should contain a lowercase. A second, please. Pardon me. Okay, sorry for that. Also, password should contain a special letter, a symbol, for example. Password should contain a symbol. and password should contain a capital letter. And let's delete this symbol. Let's say capital. I think the time 10 minutes won't be enough. Password should have at least 8 characters. Okay, we have a few rules. You can increase the number of the rules as you wish, of course. How can I check that? There should be if statements. If there's a condition, we should use if statements. If that's true, we will do something. If that's true, we will do something else. Here, I will do it like this. Let me draw something here. If password contains a lowercase, I will put a mark here. If it contains a capital letter, I will put another mark. If it has 8 or more characters, I will put another mark here. And at the end, I will check this number of marks. If it is 3, it means everything is going well. So let's write the conditions. If user password has a lowercase, don't worry, it will be a little hard for you, but I will try to explain it easier way. Normally we will use char characters, but to make it easy to understand, I will create a string variable here and lower cases. And let's add a few letters. Oh, let's learn A, B, C, D. I can write all of them. Normally, I would use char characters, but don't worry, it works. If you write all the letters lower cases here, it also works. So I need to reach each letters, as you know. And first, I will check this one. If it is a lowercase, it works. Let me carry here. Okay. If lower cases has a letter, I can use it. Let's do it. I need to reach the each element of the password. How can I do that? I need to create another loop here for I, and it will start from 0 and it will continue until the number of passwords. So I will write user password size 11. Okay, by using this number one by one, I can reach each element of the password. Because of this loop, I will try to reach each element of the password. Okay, if this lower cases has, for example, this letter, it means it has lowercase. Let's do that. If lower cases contains first letter, how can I reach it? String variables uses index structures, so I will write password dot substring I comma I plus 1. If it contains it, we will put a mark here. There should be a place to put a mark. It's very easy. Don't worry. I will create a flag, or let's say integer mark. It will be 0 at first. If it has it, I need to increase the mark value by 1. Mark plus plus. Okay, now it is 1. If this condition is correct, I will increase value of mark by 1. And at the end, if everything goes well, we will put a mark here. We have 5 more minutes, I think. Let's write another one. Okay. Of course, you need to write all the lower cases here. in this string variable to check all of them. But for now, I did not waste time to write all of them. The second condition is, where is it? It's a password should contain a capital. Okay, let's do that. It starts and ends here. And I will create another for I loop here. And this time it will start from 0, and I'm planning to check all the password letters, user password dot length. And then the G value will start from 1, and it will continue until end of the line. Okay, I will put another if statement here. If, but you know, just like this one, I need all the capital letters. String capitals will be equal to, I can write all of them, but that much is enough for me. So I will write same thing. I will just change the first part. Let's write it. If capitals contains user password dot substring I comma I plus 1. If it has it, I will increase the value of I again. Mark will be increased one more time. So what I have done here, I will check if password has the lower cases, 1 is enough. If it has it, I will put a mark here. Then I will check all the password characters from this capitals list. If capitals list has it, I will put another mark here. But 1 mark is enough, you know. So when I put a mark, I do not need to check other elements. If that's the case, when you increase the value of mark, a second, please. Continue. If I can find where I can share my screen, I don't have that option. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Now I found it. So we put another mark there. And the last one, we need to check the size. If it has 8 characters, everything will go as planned. I just need to create if password, user passwords, length is higher or equal to 8. I will put another mark here, mark plus plus. Okay, one more thing. When we check the lower cases, 1 lowercase is enough. So I do not need to check all of the characters. When I find one, I can stop searching. I will write break here, and it will stop the loop. I do not need to check others. And here I will do the same thing, because if I can find 1 loop, that's all enough. And at the end, if there is 3 marks, it means everything goes according to plan. And here, after the loop, I will check the marks. If mark equals to 3, I can write password sought password has created successfully. Else, if it is not 3, sought password is not created, or things like that. You can change the cosmetic, of course, but it will work. So now shortly I will try to explain what I have done here. In the loop, 3 times we are checking something, and this code will be checked 3 times. But of course you may need to change the structure a little to make it work. But if the lower cases are like this, if you write all of them, this code will check if it is okay in the coding. And the next one will check the capital letters, and this one will check the length of the size. Let's write as a short one. I will write another one, test 01, and we will end it. For I loop. Oh, we need main method. For I loop. And I want to write hello 3 times or 10 times. So hello. That's the short version and the easiest example. It will print out of hello on the screen, on the console. It's a very complicated code, so it takes time to execute it. And as you can see there, out of hello on the screen. The loop is executing same code again and again. Thank you very much. I hope you had a well night. Good night.